Ah, yes, the iconic Hemi V8, the bread and butter of the Mopar community for the last couple of decades and a fan favorite of automotive enthusiasts everywhere. Why did Dodge end production of it? Let's talk about it. The hemispherical engine has been an automotive staple since its first generation launched back in 1951. Powering things ranging from muscle cars to pickup trucks, it had been a main staple in the industry until it ended production in 1971, but was later brought back in the early 2000s. Eventually, Ram trucks would start coming out with the iconic 5.7-liter Hemi V8 that Ram enthusiasts have come to know and love. In 2011, Dodge would release the 392 Hemi, based on the third generation 5.7-liter Hemi V8, codenamed Eagle. It included variable camshaft timing and a multi-displacement system for automatic transmission cars. The MDS shuts off fuel in the passenger side of the engine when power isn't needed, which improves reliability and reduces manufacturing costs. As it currently stands, the 392 Hemi has been used in a variety of Dodge and Jeep vehicles, most notably the Charger and Challenger Scat Pack, as well as the Jeep Wrangler 392 Rubicon. In 2015, Dodge would shake the automotive industry by releasing a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 producing 707 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. This engine would go on to be dubbed the Hellcat. The SRT Hellcat was Chrysler's first supercharged production engine. Named after the Grumman F-6F Hellcat fighter plane from World War II, the car was designed to offer supercar performance at a more affordable price and was known for its power and distinctive whine. When the Hellcat initially launched, it was the most powerful muscle car money could buy until 2018 when Dodge surpassed it with the 840 horsepower producing Dodge Demon. Just fairly recently, Dodge took it a step further with the launch of the Demon 170, producing 1,025 horses and 945 pound-feet of torque with a 0 to 60 time of 1.66 seconds. I can't imagine a more perfect send-off for an iconic engine. Given how many iconic iterations of the Hemi exist and how much of a legacy it's made for itself and the Mopar community, why would Stellantis end production? Well, there are a couple of factors to take into account. Tightening emissions regulations are a leading factor, which have required automotive manufacturers across the industry to adapt their engines or face rising fines, which has led to Stellantis launching the Hurricane series of engines. The Hurricane series of engines being a set of twin-turbo inline-six engines, which are currently available in two flavors: a standard output, producing 420 horsepower and 468 pound-feet of torque, and a high output version producing 540 horsepower and 521 pound-feet of torque. As it currently stands, these engines are available in the current generation Wagoneer, the current 2025 lineup of Ram 1500s, and soon the upcoming 2025 Dodge Charger 6-pack. There is also a third variant in development dubbed the Hurricane Cat X, which is supposed to make over 1,000 horses on stock internals and is set to be the new power plant for the next generation drag pack. As we mourn the loss of the Hemi, know that this isn't the first time that the Hemi has been ran away due to tightening emissions regulations. The oil crises of the early 70s saw big block V8s in popular muscle cars drastically reduce output as automakers tried to lower emissions and improve fuel economy. The technology hadn't developed a way to produce more efficient engine power, so previously impressive V8s were intentionally hampered to meet new environmental qualifications. Drivers started looking for more fuel economy friendly vehicles with smaller engines, and the Hemi ceased production in 1971. The Hemi would be revived in 2003, much to the delight of horsepower enthusiasts the country over. However, major problems would arise on the horizon in 2016 when Stellantis was required to pay $128 million in fines for the 2016 through 2017 year Hemi engines that did not meet emissions requirements. The 2018 through 2019 Hemis also failed to meet regulations, costing Stellantis another $235 million in fines. Which brings us to where we are today. Rather than spend the time and money to retool the Hemi to meet emission standards and a rapidly shifting automotive industry, they opted to replace it with a small but powerful 3-liter inline six. There you have it. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, why Dodge ended production of the Hemi. It may be dead now, but I can't imagine it staying dead forever, especially considering the fact that Jeep has decided to bring the 392 Rubicon back for another model year. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below.